Hi guys, I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. I have received so much support on my Instagram and a lot of you are super excited for me to start YouTube, and I actually asked in my Instagram stories whether or not questions to ask during this interview or getting to know me thing. And what someone asked me is why? Why did I start the Instagram? Why am I starting this YouTube? And I think knowing your why is a really big deal. My motto for Instagram and for YouTube has always been to motivate, educate, and inspire. I want to motivate you to be the best you can be. I want to inspire you through my story. I've lost 100 pounds personally myself. I've been through tons of injuries, tons of different things that I've overcome and been able to rise above it and get back to normal. It's been great. And then to educate, I actually have a bachelor's in science in exercise and sports science, and I've worked with countless of athletes. I was a college strength and conditioning coach, a college athletic trainer. I also worked on the high school level and the middle school level as well. I was also a teacher for a little stint. I was a teacher in sports medicine, human anatomy, physiology, biology, PE, so physical education. I also have always had a passion for this at a young age. The really cool thing and what got me into fitness first is my parents. They're 100% the credit for all of this. My dad is a huge swimmer and my mom is the biggest cheerleader. So my dad actually was a semi-professional swimmer and went to college for swimming, and then he joined the military actually, and he was in special forces. I mean, he's just a phenomenal swimmer. So at a very young age, he actually likes to brag that we could swim before we walked. But with his job, and we traveled overseas and we did different things, and with his job I was able to be on a national swim team, which is really cool, in Europe, and we traveled all over Europe. So swimming and exercising and fitness has always been a passion. I also played volleyball. I was a cheerleader, a soccer player. I've also coached volleyball, cheerleading, soccer. And in college, I mentioned that I was a strength and conditioning coach. Well, I was a strength and conditioning coach for over 16 athletic teams, 2,000 athletes. I've worked in a CrossFit gym. I've been a private personal trainer. I've been an in-house personal trainer. I've literally done so many different things in the fitness industry. And the biggest part of this is I'm bringing it all to you. I'm bringing it in your house, wherever you can go, wherever you can get on YouTube, wherever you can get on Instagram, whatever it is, I'm bringing it to you. So my biggest thing and a passion that I have too is to give to you the best information that is a non-biased opinion. Unless you ask for my opinion or I state that this is my opinion, I will always try to give you both sides to the story. Because what I've learned through doing this over 10 years is that there's always exceptions to the rule. So that has been just a really interesting lesson. And yeah, another question I was asked is what motivates me daily? A really big thing that motivates me daily, like I have mentioned before, I've had a lot of injuries. Unfortunately, through this process, I was so focused on my athletes, I was so focused on everyone else, I kind of forgot about myself. So I got injured, which is kind of ironic, but it happens to a lot of us. I'm all for self-empowerment, and you do you, boo, first, always. Okay, my biggest motto is clear expectations, firm commitments. I am all about that. I want someone, if you're gonna show up somewhere, you show up somewhere. If you're gonna do something, you do it. My favorite part, and again, in this fitness journey and in sharing, is I'm finding like-minded people, which is amazing. I have met so many wonderful people through Instagram, through YouTube, through all of this, that I've just been wow, these people are my family. I didn't know these cool people existed. They're freaking awesome. So for me, that's a huge part of it. Also, I have seen a lot of things out there that are not correct, and that kind of really bothers me a lot. I'm sure a lot of professionals, where you're oh yeah, that's not true, or it's a one-sided biased opinion, or they're trying to sell you a product. I'm honestly I will never do that to you, and I say never. Remember, clear expectations, firm commitments. I will always say, if I'm selling something, if I'm whatever, that's what I'm doing first. I can't come at you with oh, I do this. I might, but I'm not gonna sell you the product, or I could show you where to get the product, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's really clear. But I am gonna do pros and cons videos, stuff to look forward to. Like I said, pros and con videos. I'm all about that. I love research. I'm such a nerd. I love it. I'm gonna do workouts. That's really big, like going over proper movement and proper form. I also want to talk to, I know this is a finite group, but I also want to talk to other trainers and using tactile cues. So tactile cue is actually like touching cues for your clients or for other people, like your athletes, when they're doing certain things. Appropriate tactile cues, so appropriate touching cues. They're really, really effective and highly effective, and they also will remember. It's something to do with their brain and mind, body, muscle connection. It's like this really cool thing. Anyway, so I'll talk about that. I'll talk about basically anything you guys want. I know I'll get a lot of questions on Instagram, and I'll just address it on YouTube because it's easier to talk on here. It's easier platform in my opinion. I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna actually do, I love cooking. I'm like obsessed with cooking. So I'm gonna do on here, I'm gonna do some really healthy things. I'm actually also starting a cooking channel. I'm really excited about it too. It's gonna be gluten-free with Megan. And that is not gonna be necessarily the healthiest stuff, but it's gonna be everything that's gluten-free. Because I learned through a lot of things that I'm really allergic to a lot of foods. Anyways, that's a different story for a different day. But I have two wonderful, cute dogs. They're probably gonna show up in here, not because they were invited, but because they just like, I don't know, they're always there. It's great, I love them. They're actually really fun. I believe that functional movement is a huge part. I believe like movement is medicine. And the best thing that you can do is learn properly. I always say this, like, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. So perfect practice makes perfect permanent. So no matter what you do it right. Again, weight doesn't matter. I don't care if someone can lift 400 pounds. If you lift 400 pounds, let's say on a back squat and your knees buckle in, oh my goodness, it does not count. Anyways, don't get me started. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure you subscribe. I am so excited. Give this a thumbs up and thank you so much.